Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having another How Good Is test for Medieval 2 and this time we are testing Billmen. And well, actually the unit's attack stats are rather similar to those of the basic Billmen, or rather Heavy Billmen. We are testing Heavy Billmen. But the difference is the armor in battle stats. So this unit should be able to take quite a bit more punishment than the original variant. And based on the previous test on the original Billmen, they certainly could use some extra protection. And actually I was suggested in a comment that with weaker units, perhaps I could test also the unit with armor upgrades. So I think this heavy variant comes quite close to the original Billmen with maximum armor upgrades, so at least that's nice. So we are using here the basic formation. I'm counting on the armor to be enough so that we can actually win the battle here, though it seems they are still taking quite heavy casualties. So this kind of shows the issue with two-handed weapons. They are dealing damage, but they are also taking damage quite a bit. So the idea is that if we could begin to roll this enemy flank, hopefully quite soon, because otherwise the situation for especially these two units can get quite dire. But yeah, I think this already shows that against numerous opponents, this unit does not shine particularly well, especially against lower tier units. I mean, it seems that the town militia is bringing, or rather faring, relatively well here compared to... Okay, good. We are breaking one, we are breaking two of them, and if we could break the bodyguard as well, that would be just great. Or perhaps kill the general. Unfortunately, those guys will be coming back most likely. Yeah, they are coming back. Where is the enemy general?
Heavy Billmen! The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Okay, good. I think we are... yeah, eventually we are going to win this, if nothing catastrophic happens.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
And apparently we don't quite have
Only half our force remains.
what it takes to begin to actively pursue the enemy forces over there. So let's try to make sure that we can hit them as much as possible here. And it seems we are winning eventually, but that's not good because now they are kind of cycling with those units. A new one will break and then it will rally and a new one will rally again, and we just cannot get the victory in this battle we are seeking. And that will mean more casualties. Okay, perhaps we have a breakthrough on that flank. Hopefully, finally. Okay, good.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time.
Okay.
Victory is ours. But
So,
only by a
close
sword's
victory, I think
edge.
it's average because we have about half of our men remaining. Okay, so basically this is the third attempt for this battle. I just cut the other two off, and that unit is kind of blundering its charge completely. But yeah, the basic idea is to try to snipe the enemy general with that unit, which seems to have failed once again. Okay, so we did get a couple of flanks, though this unit is taking really bad beating already. And actually I think we will eventually lose this battle. I don't think that this is winnable. I have tried a bit different timings for sending the units out, but I think this just shows that two-handed units are not match for elite sword and shield units in the basic game.
General has thrown his life away. Perhaps our chances of victory with it.
Yeah, that unit is running away. This is actually going quite badly, to be honest. Perhaps we could beat this one unit, and well, that's wavering already, so it will break soon.
Only half our force remains.
So regarding the performance of the units, or Heavy Billmen regarding the first test, in my opinion the improvement was quite significant. So that was rather impressive. Okay, perhaps we could inflict some additional casualties here. I think we are currently fighting to make this average defeat instead of clear defeat. So the results against the Horde were rather impressive. At the same time, the results in this battle, in my opinion, have been actually surprisingly poor. But then again, perhaps an additional armor doesn't add up too much against units like dismounted feudal knights. But still, we are going for that average defeat. I guess these guys will fight for a while longer. If we could land a good charge here, that's perhaps we could hope for at least 10-20 casualties for this unit. Okay, let's make it closer to the 10. Okay, there is that 10. Perhaps some extra casualties could be available. And now that those guys come, it's going, I think it's going to be average defeat. So I think it's slight improvement regarding the basic Billmen unit. And they actually managed to inflict almost that 20 casualties, so that's nice. But let's see. Of course, there are those casualties replenished. If we take 20 away, or 30 perhaps away from there, that should be 220. I mean, it still is clear defeat. Not by far, but still a clear defeat. Okay, so let's see about cavalry, the basic shield formation. Oh, and let's not forget to put guard mode on. So regarding the last battle, these units clearly can hit, but still their stats are not quite enough. And of course that two-handed weapon is not quite enough to win against elite opponents. But the original Billmen, rather basic Billmen, managed to win against cavalry, so they are actually doing quite decent job here as well. So one unit is basically
The battle is very
crushed.
much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, let's reform. And we are going to take either charge from 3 directions. Oh, that was bad. That was actually really bad. That hit surprisingly hard. We lost almost half of the unit strength in 3 units. That shows that we should strive for not eating those
Only half the
charges.
enemy force remains.
Of course, that's a bit easier said than done.
Lord have mercy, we've lost half of our men.
Yeah, and there is going to be a kind of rear charge. Okay, hopefully not. We still have some time before that unit comes. Okay, good. And they are forming actually quite badly over there. Let's send those guys out, so perhaps they can blunt the enemy charge. You 2 units go after those guys while we try to beat these ones over here. And that weapon is just brutal there. Okay, good. And then let's hope to break the last one. And let's hope that those don't rally. There is 21, so...
Behold how
Okay,
our cowardly...
they didn't have time to rally. So clear victory. Based on this, I think it's average victory, because we suffered quite heavy casualties. But yeah, I guess nice enough victory. Okay, and now the test that was rather a massacre with the normal Billmen. So against crossbowmen. Someone might ask why to test Billmen, because heavy Billmen, because heavy Bill militia is already tested and the units have basically the same stats. Well, the reason is that okay, they're actually running, so we might have a chance here. The Venetians are not confident enough, it seems, to engage these in melee. Okay, that's actually really nice. So basically the reason is that heavy billmen have good stamina, whereas heavy bill militia does not. So I think that kind of warrants an extra test for this unit. Okay, are they coming to melee? If yes, that's good news. would love to send these guys over there to help, but... I think it's actually better to chase.
Our foolish general has thrown his life away. Perhaps our chances of victory with it.
Okay, they are shaken, steady, and those guys are out. So let's charge the rear, if there is a rear when we get there. Okay.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Those are wavering and...
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press
Okay,
onward
good.
and break the spirit of his army.
Let's send one unit after him and... or rather them. And then let's see. Into which direction that unit will flee.
Behold,
Okay, nice. Actually, they won. Hooray. Unfortunately, not quite enough for clear victory. I think their limit would be 300 survivors. So quite close, but still average victory. Okay, so time for the final test, and let's see, I actually tried this already once, and the results were, actually I think I will include the battle as a bonus battle here as well. So it was a really close one. Okay, so this is rather interesting. Those militias broke rather straight away. The enemy cavalry blundered its charge. The crossbows are marching to battle. And the feudal knights are actually breaking already. Okay, so I think this is... I'm not actually believing this. This is going just too well at the moment. We have the enemy general in pincers at the moment. I think the crossbowmen are the most dangerous foes at the moment. So if we could break them, that would be great. Okay, and now let's chase them so that they cannot come back. Go away and never come back, as I guess Gollum would say. Unfortunately, it seems that here we are not doing quite as well as I would hope for. It may be that our general needs to fight against the enemy general unit eventually, or what's left of it. And of course here the goal is to inflict as much damage to the enemy general as possible, so there is as little as possible mopping up to do. Could we perhaps rout that unit over there? If we focus on it.
Lord have mercy, we've lost half
Yeah,
of our
they
men.
have
Only
lost.
half the enemy force
Oh.
remains.
They have lost as much as us.
The battle
And
is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours. Heavy Billmen.
so not too many enemy generals or bodyguards left, but that unit actually managed to rally. Okay, that's breaking, and it means that we should get a nice rear charge. And the extra casualties, hopefully, from that charge, will turn that battle into our favor. Okay, those are rallying. Bad news.
Heavy Billmen! Heavy Billmen!
Where is the enemy general?
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field.
Okay.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue
Only
like
14
this, we'll
left.
smash the enemy.
I doubt they will be rallying too soon at the very least.
Our men, the enemy army.
Okay,
flees.
we won.
Victory is ours, but only
Close
by a
victory.
sword's
I think the limit would be 150 for close victories, so it's going to be average victory. And the difference to the first attempt is quite clear, as we managed to rout at least those crossbowmen, so I'm rather happy with this performance for the unit. So, in total the unit gets 26 out of 40 battle points from battle. The unit requires armory, so that's tier 5 building in castles. That earns it only 1 point. That's quite actually bad for a unit. The costs are 300 to recruit, that's rather nice. 150 for upkeep, I guess it's okay-ish. Not really low, but could be higher as well. The amount that can be recruited at 1 point is 6. So that's kind of the basic amount for most of the units. So in total the unit gets 10 out of 18 points from requirements and totaling the score 36. And I guess that's rather average, okay for heavy infantry unit that's not elite in this game. So kind of Billmen feel like an basic two-handed unit. Then again, there are some exceptions. They seem to perform really well against cavalry, and of course if you can get in flanking charge or rear charge to engaged enemy heavy infantry, that will be quite ideal for them. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. And very special thanks to channel members, your support is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out. Okay, and let's see how we will fare against an army. Those crossbows are rather nasty. Okay. And it's really nice to get a decent charge to enemy cavalry that actually failed its charge. Since these guys do like to chop down enemy cavalry rather nicely. On the other hand, we just could not snipe the enemy general over there. Which was kind of the plan with this unit, but... And our own general, okay, fortunately he's in the back over there, so he should stay alive at least a while longer. The crossbowmen are perhaps in a battle as well, and since we cannot actually give any reasonable commands here, perhaps we can just enjoy the battle for a while. general is rushing into battle. This unit has taken quite a beating. I think, did it eat the enemy charge? And what are you guys doing? No, that was bad, because now they got 3 hits and are flanked. It's nice that those crossbows moved to engage in melee. The knights are wavering, and our general is in the thick of the battle. Well, not perhaps in the thick of it, but still doing battle. And we have rather nice concave here. So let's see if we could begin to break the enemy force over here. Okay, we are going to eat. Nice. Nice, really nice. And then these units will... Okay. I guess we will send our general after them. We don't want them rallying too fast. And this unit hopefully will add some tactical flexibility for us. Especially we don't want that Pavis crossbowmen rallying. So despite suffering some casualties over there, we will just pursue them. I think that's actually the key to victory here. If we can chase all of these off from the battlefield. Okay. And there come the crossbowmen, and we cannot chase them any longer. And they are all rallying, and they are shooting our general in the back, and that's going to hurt. We could of course send this unit to chase after them, but I think if we could break this unit rather fast, meaning taking down the enemy general, I think our position could be a bit better. And now we need to switch direction to... Okay.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours. My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
Well, that was quick.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain. Heavy Billmen! St. George protects us. Our general lies slain upon the battlefield.
So annoying. So close.
Beaten by our foe. We only vow to atone for this defeat.
Yeah, average defeat. We were quite close, but then again there were too many survivors. Our general was kind of overrun. Or the enemy general ran faster, and that kind of decided the battle. Really interesting one. And I mean, we could have had chance to victory, but I guess average defeat it is then.